Hey everybody, welcome back. Rest assured, I will not be running any kind of mole type shenanigans. I'm sure it's good. There's just some things, this has come to me later in life. I guess any recently learned lesson is by definition later in life. Let me be an elderly player. There's just some things you're not built for. And I understand that it's hard to come to that conclusion because when you're young, the world's your oyster. Propaganda is fed to you. You can do whatever you want. I'm sorry to tell you, there's a lot of things you could do. It's not infinite. It was probably never in the cards for me to become a professional basketball player. They have a height disadvantage. I was born in a region not known for producing a lot of homegrown NBA talent. You know, rural Ontario. Maybe could have eaten more fruits and vegetables as a kid. Might have topped out at 5'11 instead of 5'10. But like within reason, that probably wasn't in the cards for me, okay? I'm probably never going to be a mole guy in Super Auto Pets too. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that you hit a certain point, you recognize, am I the guy for this? Am I willing to put in the effort to be that guy for this? And the mole build is a negative. I'm a T-Rex, moose, eel sort of lad. I don't think there's any shame in it. I don't think we should be reduced to tears as a result of understanding the limits of our own abilities. To thine own self be true, as Claudius said in the Danish play. Just something that would go really hard in like a Tim Hortons ad or something like that. Now we are going to lose this one, but only because my opponent's team is much better than mine. If it weren't for that, we would be right in there. Now, I'm thinking you're gone. You stay. Give me a little bacon. What's the joke where the punchline is France is bacon? You know the one I'm talking about. England is something, France is bacon. I always had a friend in university who used to make that joke all the time, and I just laughed as if I mean, I get that there is a person named Francis Bacon. I don't know if there's a deeper level to the punchline or if if that's where it ends, but there is, many people are saying there is a guy named Francis Bacon from back in the day. Now, this is nice. We will not be moling today, okay? Don't get your hopes up. This is pretty good. Skunk is good too, don't get me wrong, but there's some goodness here. What's the goodness here? Well, there's a couple of, oh, you know what? You should keep a mosquito frozen for our, or a pineapple frozen for our mosquito. The beluga sturgeon's going to get buffed. When it's about to die, we can pop out the other beluga sturgeon that has been getting fed in the bacta tank by the, right? Fair, that's fair. By the dromedaries. Chewing gum. Pitchfork readers, we have a fan of Annie, circa 2007, and in this household we support that. We roll. I would take this and I would roll once more. Save that for next round. I'm very happy with what I see. I'm very happy with what I see. You should not be at the front anymore. The mosquito should be at the front. I even noticed that last time, but I was thinking about Pitchfork Media. What have I done to myself? It ended up mattering and not mattering at the same time. Wouldn't have made a difference on that one. Okay, take your level on your bike. Not the units I'm looking for, fair to say. You're giving out some nice buffs. Let's take another sniper. Maybe we got a sniper build in us on this one. At some point, you two are going to go. A deer seems like pretty good in the fair, and you should not be first. A deer seems fairly good in the early game this week. So I was just checking the time real quick. We're clearing this one. Lights out, though. It's like, if anything, we should stop investing in a beluga sturgeon, but it's a little late for that. Very nice. I like it. Two of the same thing frozen is not my favorite, but we're in a holding pattern-ish for like one more round. I don't see a lollipop really doing much for us. I guess I could lollipop you. We're not doing anything on salt. I could lollipop you in like 2 rounds. I'm not freezing that thing for 2 rounds, so that's just not going to come to pass. I'd rather roll myself into oblivion. As horrible as this round was, getting a level 2 deer is going to be very nice. They got their own deer back there. I would describe myself as displeased at this revelation. We're on 1 life. That's bad. Was that wrong? Now, level 2 deer. Tiger's an interesting idea. Now you really can't have you there. And freeze this for a second, man. Nothing else coming? Okay. The order looks horrendous. We could get a level 10, a 10-10 and a 5-5 bust, though. And a chili pepper is, like, really effective versus Death Touch. As you just saw in the original Old English. And I understood what was happening. So now let's get some good stuff. A tiger leveling is the path of least resistance. No. It's not all about that. It's about this. 2 10-10 buses. And then, ideally, the lynx is gone and, like, replaced with a moose. And the mosquito's gone and replaced with a T-Rex. I mean, I'm a simple man. Huge. The chili pepper has been the straight stupid for us so far. I appreciate everything it's done. Just more versatile this way. T-Rex. You're really only going to buff a tiger right now. Is this insane? I think it's sane. I think it's very sane. I think your team is better, though, and that's going to be a problem. It's insane because those dudes shoot out the frickin'... Oh. It was not safe. Sorry. I clicked too fast. You know what is actually... I've narrowed down my problem. You know what my problem is? I ignored the beluga sturgeon forever this weekly. And by forever, I mean 4 times on my 4 previous runs. And I was doing great, or at least better. And then I said, wait a minute, let's get the beluga sturgeon involved, and everything fell apart. I'm telling you, maybe it's fine, but it's not for me. I've done it to myself. The beluga sturgeon is on notice as of right now. I'm stacking y'all. I will not be taking a beluga sturgeon on this one. I will be leveling up several times. I will be taking an ox. Let's not insult the ox. The sins of the son do not pass to the father, or vice versa. Unless you're George W. Bush. I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense. I'm just trying to rile up my base a little bit. No, thank you. Not interested. I would take a flea. Me picking who I want to play bass in my new band, starting in Southern California in 1986. Just making a guess at when Red Hot Chili Peppers were formed. And then he goes, I know what you're talking about. Now, it is our just cause in life to beat 2 beluga sharks after saying that we are not going to take beluga sharks. Sorry. Phrasing. I support this. I think that we've done ourselves something positive here. Definitely do not care for a chocolate cake or any of these units. I don't really care for you. I mean, in theory, what do you have? 1-1? No, in theory, we roll. A mandrill serves no purpose here. This is our team is good, but we're in a weird spot because we're not close to a level up and we just spent so much money on rolls. But I think our team is completely fine. We just need some direction. This is nice. So the dromedary, like, semi-panned out. This is what we want. And you just scaled too slow for me to not take the horse benefit here. You're 3-6. You would be like a 5-6. And it's a good time to dump off of this. Because we We get the temporary attack benefit from the horse. We also get enough money to eat an avocado, which these days, I don't know if you've been taking a look at inflation. I imagine, I don't buy avocados, I imagine they've gotten more expensive. Is my expectation. Tell me I'm wrong, people. Tell me I'm wrong. Now, I like this. I like what I'm seeing. I certainly like that. Horse can go in favor of skunk. Lynx, I don't know if Lynx is great this week. It seems great at messing up a mole build, but maybe not that great if you're not going up against moles. But I could be mistaken. You're gonna flee me. Okay, I understand. It's a known technique that we're not gonna sweat here. Amazing round to get a moose, but that's not gonna happen. So we save, we get ready for the next round. How we looking? I think we're looking okay. The earlier you get a moose, the better off your life is gonna be. But I think everything is totally fine and copacetic thus far. Absolutely. It's all, just don't, you can play however you want to play for the record. Me personally, you would not catch me buying a beluga sturgeon again this weekly. Now, I will probably forget that by the time I record the next video, so don't get mad. It's life, unfortunately, on that one. Level 2 moose as soon as possible, and we're on track for a potential 10-piece. We got a level 2 skunk already, man. Holy, save some for the rest of the... Did you bring enough for the rest of the class? I didn't think so, Isketit. Now, good freeze. Attack is going to be useful, but if attack is going to be useful, wouldn't we be happier just throwing like a seal out there? You can't go wrong. Oh, come on. You can't go wrong just upgrading your squad. And a seal is definitely an upgrade over an ox. You'd like a little bit of luck to be on your side as well. And sometimes that'll happen and sometimes it won't. But it's actually like a goated fight to have some melon armor on. But alas, that's that dreamed in. Okay, how about one of these? Feed a seal. It's raining tacos, and he brought an umbrella, people. He did. How about some useful food for you? I don't know about this one. I could be buying food for my seal, but I kind of resent the seal as a result of it not magnetically attracting some of the foods, I suppose, but we're not chilling. We're chilling! Okay. Hold. Forget a tiger. Moose really has to level, honestly, but the seal is close enough that this just makes more sense. And with 6 gold left, you gotta. And then you just pray that the moose hits the eel as much as possible. Holy! Hey, you've changed my life. Now I am a little concerned. Oh, we overrode the thing that was gonna make your whole squad work. The flea, again, justifying its existence as we get into the late game. You love to see it? You love to see this? You're not really a big fan of that. I'm an okay fan of this, I suppose. It would be nice, but one of these days it's going to hit, man. That was a low percentage roll, but still. How we looking, lads? How we looking? The flea weakness does go crazy. Me when I'm in the mosh pit at Lollapalooza and Danny California comes on. Finally, there we go. Not as interested as you would think. One of these days, it's going to get you. It's going to get you. Now, hear me out. You might have said, why not feed the seal a cupcake? We're about to make we're overriding 4 pieces of equipment on our opponent's squad. It's the kind of thing that might be very, very valuable or completely meaningless when they have an ox. But you know what? We still snuck out the dub there. Some of you guys are pretty cool. Do not take a beluga sturgeon. That's the secret this week. Taking a beluga sturgeon it does more harm than good. Unless you're good, in which case it may do totally fine. Talk about a dream shop here for a moose. I'm just going to give you a 1-up to get another attack bonus, brother. Okay, please. We cooked up something a little bit more interesting here. Snipers. There's quite a lot of sniping. It was quite a lot. We were close. We were close, but not quite there. Full sniper team, always fun. I'm not mad at you. Freeze a tier 1. It should go without saying. At least we got 2 more tier 1s. It should go without saying this one is completely losable. But I do think we will win. Do I regret it? No. Now that I'm looking at my opponent's team and I see that they have a lobster, I think that we're set. I'm sorry. It's not you, it's the lobster. I don't know if there's any animal in the order, because I was going to buy the horse, but now I'm just going to skip it instead. I don't know if there's any animal in this game that inspires less fear in my heart to see it on the opponent's squad. That's perfect. Running teabag. I never got that good at Halo, unfortunately. I was half decent, you know, locally, but not. I didn't go to tournaments. I mean, like hyper locally, like, you know, in my friend's mom's basement. I was like half decent at Halo. Even then, I still never perfected the running teabag. Here's a little crazy sauce for you. How about this? Yeah, and then good idea. Then buy 2 otters into 4 other units that you're just going to sell next round. Real clever. Well, what do we care? It's round 2. You might as well be buying. You might as well be getting stats so you maybe get an easy trophy or something like that. Yeah, good one. It worked out perfectly according to plan. We are close to levels, though. That is nice. Temporarily, I think you're fine. Temporarily, I think a sea turtle's kind of fine, too, but I don't want to sell anything into it yet. I want to get a level first. Listen, brother. I think... 2 perks summons a 6/6 mole. It's not going to work immediately, okay? But I think you can give a tabby cat a perk. And then maybe you could just buy perks. You don't need to structure your whole squad around a beluga sturgeon. You piece of junk. Let's do it! Or a single ox and another food perk would bring this together. That's true. Or you could just add a beluga sturgeon to the squad. I'm so stupid, but... There's something, you gotta admit, right? There's something to it. Now, why are you buying another one? I don't know, because maybe I could get 4 perks going and then the mole could keep rezzing itself more than my opponent expects. The only thing I'm going to say in my own defense is this is the first time we've been this early on the mole strategy, which might change the calculus completely. Not really sold on any of this detritus. So let's take one of those. I would say you always have to take a look at something like this. And then just put another... I guess I would rather have a 3/8 than just a 2/4 doing nothing. Something about a lobster. Dude literally got the 10-piece. Figured out the keys to the kingdom and then said, no. Not only are we going to get a beluga sturgeon, we're going to get the animal that I just talked the most smack about that I've ever talked about. Yes. Correct. We'll take you next time. We'll take you this time. In that case, what are we doing with the rest of our lives? Nothing! Nothing. Roll me for useful, and that's what I thought. Okay. An ox could still go hard, but I don't know. If you don't get it early enough, there's just a part of me that's like, stop wasting my time. Now, their team is just made of good stuff. This is, that's a rough one. That stings. The dromedary stacking is real. Now, how about a level? really not that interested in this. But you are a fainter. Maybe? It is a buff. It's not in the slightest like what I was looking for. This doesn't seem like it's gonna get the job done, man. Can you find the recurring element, by the way? Maybe we can go for like a sniper pivot here. You know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what the frick I'm gonna do. No. I'm learning as slower than anybody's ever learned anything. You gotta cut bait, okay? Cut bait. Don't overcommit to this beluga sturgeon team. It's folly. I say it again so it doesn't get lost in translation. It's folly. We must pursue a better stratagem. You're gone. Yeah, I'm only keeping you because you got a chance to level. And yeah, I got a lobster involved. You got a problem? If you got an issue, here's a frickin' tissue, brother. None of those hitting the lobster or mole is a dream come true. We still got a long way to go. No, me but better, me but better, me but worse. Okay, keep it going. Moose me. Had to be done. Forget about the turkey. It's not the strat. Not today. Oh my Lanta. This is the strat. And this is the strat. As much as I wanted to take an eagle, and I really did, this is the strat. Roll once. We got another tier 1. The lobster will be replaced. I would just love to replace me when I'm checking to see what your Ghost Lanthimos films are going to be taken off of Netflix next month. Me Googling frantically to see when Poor Things is going to be added to Netflix. Let's go on that draw. It coming out on Netflix, then me never watching it, but instead watching some South African Love is Blind reality TV. I don't really watch a lot of reality TV anymore, unless it's from South Korea. They do be cooking them up over there. Am I wrong? Do you see The Devil's Plan? Did you see Siren Survive the Island? They're doing some good stuff. That's all I'm saying. I think you're gone. You're involved, and then it's raining tacos. Okay. We wouldn't love to add a T-Rex to this ecosystem. We would love to have 2 level 3 mooses and then just buy... Maybe a seal would go crazy because of the fact that it does give us that... huge. It does give us that attack power, which is what we're not getting from the moose. You need to see a seal in order to make it happen. First, freeze me. I guess I'll go stack me. I think you should go here. Feed me. I don't want to run a skunk. For the moment, for 1 round, I will run an eagle. And if it sucks up some HP, so be it. It's still an eagle. Like, it's not a bad unit to have. We got quite a lot of Death Touch coming out. I have not forgotten about the power of Death Touch. I mean, it feels like a walk so far, but we got a long way to go. Me at the start of the half marathon. So true. Sorry, I'm very chat-brained today. Okay, you're gone. And this is the plan we created in our minds, so it's the plan we're going to stick to. The moose handles everyone's health, and the seal handles everyone's attack. We would love to see level 3 parrot. We'd love to see level 2 walrus. But like statistically, based on our stats, we got something cooking up here. No sweat. I think, I wouldn't say we're unbeatable, but I think we got a great setup, especially with 3 life. I would honestly rather get you pumping. We're a little light on attack, if anything. I love you. And I'll give you one of these. Why not? Give me some more attack. Death Touch is like the great equalizer. That's why a Scorpion comes out at 1-1. Okay, this is a frightening team. You've cooked up something the likes of which I don't even know is going on. You made the nurse shark work in a trumpetless weekly. I'm not messing around with you. You know something I don't know. I would lollipop you in a heartbeat. And to be honest with you, I'd hit you with one of these too. It would be nice to have some tier 1s involved, but I think more attack is good. We have quite a lot of defense on everybody except for our seal. And getting overrun with weakness is like, it's not good, but it's not that bad because of the fact that we then overwrite the weakness with Death Touch. So it's kind of, that one was a moot point, mercifully speaking. You need one of these. We need tier 1s and a food for our seal. And a buffet for dinner. Tacos would have been nice last round. Obviously a parrot would be nice to have in the hold if we could swing it, but... So I'm clicking like a madman. I'm not going to be late today. We got enough time. I'm not going to lie to you and say we got plenty, but we got more than enough. Huge. Huge. Oh, we've definitely got more than enough time if we lose right now. Feed me. Feed me. And then a big moose roll would go crazy. One is not enough. James Bond. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Remember when I said we were like guaranteed to get to 10? I think my explicit words were like that we weren't guaranteed to get to 10. But in my brain, I was like, there's no shot we don't, man. Come on. Holy cow. Summon Anthony is here. Austin Powers? Austin Powers got shooters everywhere, man. Don't get it twisted. It's all, this round is about the moose. Which is very unfortunate timing because tier 1s no longer exist. I am stunned. I'm stunned that in 7 rolls we didn't get a single tier 1. And I think we're going up against, it's not Austin Powers, but it's a very Powers-esque build. Hang on, we're death touching. Come on. Come on. Come on. How many spawns can you have, man? Why won't you die? That's Austin Powers says that in Austin Powers 2. He's not talking to Dr. Evil. He's talking to, I don't want to say it. He's talking to Robin Spitz. Maiden name swallows. And yes, I know what you're going to ask. And he does raise the natural question that you might have upon hearing her names. But then she tries to kill him. So all I'm trying to say is that she's not innocent either. She was an agent sent by Dr. Evil's organization. Okay? Not Virtue Con. That was the front. I think we're cooked. We're cooked. Yeah, we're cooked. Okay, fair enough. Thanks for making me on time to pick my kid up from daycare. I'm a little surprised we didn't get there, but 8 is respectable. Is it enough? No. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button if you did, and I'll see you next time. See ya!